face. What up, everybody? Scuff D here, and I'm on my lunch break. I woke up tired. I'm tired because last night was an epic battle of epic proportions, but we secured our top 3 seat there for Trader's End. Some back and forth and toe-to-toe action between Trader's End and Santos Demonius and Masters of the Universe, and then we finally just eked it out, squeaked it out. So we're tired, but I know today is the day. Today's the day. We've got Monsters and Martyrs. The Orphans of War are here. I went to work like this. This is terrible. I feel really shitty, but I went to work like this. The Orphans of War are here, ladies and gentlemen, and I like the Battle of Bot cosmetic better, to be honest with you. They're both thematically cool, but they're here. I mean, it's time for some opening of crates. Now, I've got enough to technically do 2 max crate openings. It's 60 crates for 2 legendaries if it goes that far. I'm not going to. I've got to save some gold for something. Although, I'm really tempting the idea of just picking up the neutrals when they release in-store only to see how long that takes. Just to give myself something to do with gems and time. But it depends really, honestly, on what neutrals there are. Like, if there are ones like I'm like, oh, I got to put that in a deck, I might go there. So, I'm going to open up crates here. Here's the strategy. If you've seen some crate openings that I've done before, you know the drill. I buy until I get a legendary. We're going to take a look. I have seen a couple of the spoiler. Can't say a couple. I've seen all the spoiler cards. I've seen like a couple images people put up, but I have not had time to dive deep. I haven't even looked at the library. I know Tars is in the shop. That's all I know. So we're going to take a look, and a lot of these cards I think are going to be first looks, and I'm very curious to see what we get, and then we'll find out who the legendary warlord is. And then I'll probably have to go on like Wikipedia or Lexicanum and find out more about these guys, if there's somebody I don't know. So, okay, we've seen him. He was a preview. One of the Outcast Dead Freighter Thematica. Wow, that's an 8. Wow. Deal 5 to random. I like that artwork too. That's cool. Okay, it's high cost, but it's a common. But if it sticks, Red Talon. Return your troops to their hand and give them drop pod, and they cost 3 less. So like for those guys that have got rally effects, I like that artwork too. That's cool. So technically, you could pay for, draw up extra troops that because they cost 3 less, still play those troops and then give them drop pods so they kind of heal. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Very interesting. Secret hideout. This is actually a structure with a big beefy stat line, so it's not secret at all. Can attack, return a friendly troop to your hand. If it was secret, it should like have stealth, but whatever. Return a friendly troop to your hand. Here's another return a friendly troop to your hand effect. But Melgator can affect that. It's got 4 attack. That's just a powerful board wide, deal 3 damage to all units. All units. It's like a guaranteed volcanic instability. Mortot Cyrus. This guy's got stealth. 1 gives sentence 2 to an enemy this turn. So he's kind of like a dialed down, but also dialed up Mordathan. Ooh, nice. And he's a little cheaper, but he's also got a little bit more fragility to his health. But his cost effect is the original Mordathan cost. Mordathan's cost used to cost 1, now it costs 2. And Garrison Chimeria, Black Shields. While in your hand has a different random bone. What? What? Oh my god. That's crazy. I got 2 of them. Oh, this is going in decks. Oh. I don't know what I'll get. You could get anything. What does that mean? Oh, does it like from like a set list, or is it just like, this is a rally effect for Melgator? Oh, here's an ability. That's like a random bonus each turn while he's in your hand. Does he get a bonus? Does he get buffed? Like, what does this mean? Oh, I gotta play with this card. If I would have seen that in the spoilers, I would have been like, just the confusion. I would probably have some questions. I still have questions. They're Covenant. Flank, unstoppable. F5 for flanker for 4, that's just good, and they're unstoppable to boot. So Left 4 Dead, also, we've seen this before. That's some solid artwork. Stolen Plans, yes. Oh, that's a good epic. Oh, there's gonna be trickery afoot with whatever it is that I end up with. Okay, we got this guy before us. Legendary Sholta. This is a good rally, and he's got potential to gain that Survivor 2 for sure. Another 2. Okay, I'm not going to complain. Gethua, Survivor 1, and Frontline. Now, this one was kind of like, he's really cheap. Like, there's got to be something to use him for. But, whatever. I'll take it. Maybe there is something to use him for. Maybe it's like, like your troops, your low cost. I like Severian, though. I like that. The precog. He can be bounced with Melgator, but otherwise he's going to be doing something, or unless they want to spend some cheap removal or some targeted removal. Ancient Kraken. I'm just talking. Siege 1, deal 12 damage to the enemy warlord. Whoa, Iron Warrior's Renegade. Very, very Latrathis, but for cheaper. But you have to pay for the siege. But you still have to siege. But you're still doing a shit ton of damage. Man, what am I not liking? What am I seeing that I'm not liking? I'm seeing cards that are right. What's this? Red Talon Xiphon Interceptor. Ah, cool. Deal 3 damage. Enemy tactics. Oh my god. This is first off, and I've said this for a long time, this type of effect is really what the Salamander's Orbital Combat should have been. So the fact that these guys are getting it, they're dealing more damage. So what if it costs 4? That's effective. That's a very effective turn to be putting that out at. Oh. I don't know if I'm just like overreacting because these are just crazy, or because I'm tired, or because it's like first time look, but some of the stuff, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to make room in my decks for an Orphans of War deck. Ebon Drake. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy. If it dies, create a Salamander's Astartes in your hand. Okay, interesting. So another direct damage, but does this let you create Salamanders from the Salamanders faction? And then on top of that, like Sergeant Tagor's got World Eaters in his lore, right? So a couple of these guys have got Salamanders in their lore. Do they get generated, or is it just Salamanders from the Orphans of War? I don't know. Like, could I get Dalor Squad because he's a Salamander? I'm gonna have to find out. I gotta find out all these things. Mysteries, man. I like that I'm getting 2s of these cards too, so I can really double down when I play with them. Oh man, where am I at? What am I sitting at? Oh, I've got 10. I'm only 10 in. Okay, so I got technically at max 20 more to go. Onto the Fires, nice artwork. Give Survivor 2 to your Warlord. And create 2 teachings in your hand, so you're getting Salamander's teachings. And then Marauder Squad is just nice. I like the potential with Marauder Squad. Ancient Kalon, that's a card that I did spoiler on too. Might not throw him in a deck, might just throw him in there for a closer, maybe, but maybe not with all this card stealing that's going around. Or maybe yes. Maybe I want to have the card stealing. This isn't triggering, is it? I'm gonna have to back out. Damn it. I better not lose my crate. Man. Close out all that shizzle. Alright, let's get back into it. No. I mean, with all the stealing going on, you could almost benefit from having too much high-cost stuff if you're banking on stealing your opponent's stuff. And then if your opponent ends up stealing your high-cost stuff, they're just getting a bunch of stuff that they can't do anything with. I don't know. See? And I paid gold for a crate that I didn't get. I'm going to have to check, make sure I didn't get a legendary in that. Unknown Allegiance. Give precog to a friendly unit until your next turn. That's a good card. Atharva. Precognition. Reveal a random card in the enemy hand if it's a trooper tactic. That's cool. That's nice. I like that. I like that. What was he? He was 1,000 Suns. Okay. Yeah, that's right. No, they didn't give me one. Although notice, yes, I didn't count that. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and watch. Make sure I didn't get shafted 200 gold. Gold is precious now, man. Sohrik Shan. And he's going to sacrifice damage 2 to deal 1 damage to 2 random enemies and return to your hand. So he's got like it all up in there. He's going to... Although the returning to your hand part, you're like, well, what good is that survivor then if he sacrifices? But then it lets him still stay on the board to get that chance out there. Price of Redemption. Give a friendly troop backlash, destroy a random enemy troop. Nice. And we've seen the direct damage now, which before I did not think they would have direct damage. They do. This may be, though, because we haven't seen hard removal. That may be their hard removal. Their hard removal requires troops on the board to die, whether it's by going head on or your opponent killing them. But it is one interesting way to play the game and kind of bluff out your opponent. Put that on one of your weenie guys right before they drop, or right when they have got a big guy on the table or something, or right the turn before that they can't quite kill. Doubling down. So very similar to like the Sibilants, except instead of bouncing them back to their hand, they're just destroyed. So third. All right, we've got the Warlord here, Endrinhar the Riven Hound. This is the ex-war world eater. Berserk. Okay, you can't do anything about that. Rage. Gain +1 until your next turn. 2. Gain Survivor 2. So you can pay the 2, not attack, and gain Survivor 2. I like that way to mitigate his Berserk. Very nice. Very nice. That's a good epic warlord to have. I'm pleased. I'm pleased to see that. Another Stolen Plans. These are good pulls. I mean, so I'm not gonna have to pick him up in the shop. I've got both of those warlords. Ooh, and another epic. Stunning. This guy's sweet. This guy he's got Teleman's number like hard. Any shielded vehicle is gonna be regret. Vehicles came, they went, they came back. Then they kind of petered, and this guy might, if Orphans of War is seen at play, that guy might send them back into decline again. Plundering. The enemy warlord. What? No. The enemy warlord gains Sentinel until your next turn. Draw a card. Okay, just until the next turn on the enemy warlord. That's like, you can knock that out. That rivals, I mean, in a way, that really rivals the Saboteur Squad for Alpha Legion, if you can land those back to back, because for 2 turns early in the game, your opponent is drawing 0 cards. In addition, you're drawing a card. Wow. Okay. Sorry, we're in the 20s at this point, so every crate at this point should increase the odds. Technically, they were supposed to already, but should increase the odds of my legendary, whatever it's going to be. This guy's nice. So any crate now. Come on, don't make me go the full 30 crates. You know, they say like, oh, 1 out of 20, but guaranteed at 30. Then just say 1 out of 30 guaranteed at 30. Like. Don't give us that hope. Don't do it. Don't give me hope. Oh, man, I don't even know which way I'm going to go. I'm just going to throw shit in decks and shit that steals shit, and I'm gonna be annoying as fuck. Ah, where are we getting? We're starting to see the dupes. I like these pulls though. I like that I've seen several epics. That makes me happy. That gives me something to play with. Word Bearers crate openings were just terrible. Like, you get the legendary, and I think I got like maybe one epic, and then I've just had to pick them all up in the shops. But here, and even with the Ultramarines, much better rate. Okay, where are we at? This is 5 more to go. Count it down with me, people. What's it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Because I've only seen Pirate Raid. All right, a second one of these guys. Nice. I've only seen Pirate Raid as far as their legendaries go. Oh no, and the one I spoiled as well. Oath of Vengeance, which is with that sentence guy. Yeah. So you pay 1, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 8 damage, and you take 2. Sergeant Korak, at the end of your turn, heal 3. Rally, poison an enemy troop. And he's a Renegade Death Shroud. That's cool. All right, he's got poison. Just throw that in there. Poison. Why not? What don't these guys have? Let's fucking give them poison. There's that. The salamanders are heavy because they're part of Cadmus Tyro. Aha! So, this guy was an event warlord. Now he is part of the equerry to Captain Brantham. He's a pretty cool, decent character. Now he is a troop, a very nice troop. 7, 6, with Survivor 5. And he can give a +2/+2 to a random friendly enemy troop. A random friendly troop. Not another random friend. So technically he could buff himself. That's nice. That's a good solid way to go. Now I gotta. That was just 200 shy of 30 crates. But like I said, this is the third faction. We're into the neutrals, and the neutrals are just, I can spend 100 if I want on those when that comes out, and I might just get them all in the shop, because at this point I'm only missing Gilliman from the Ultramarines, and a Word Bearers, a Soar, their 7-drop guy that I can pick up from the shop. Okay, let's take a look at these guys. Let's take a look. I gotta see what they got. All collection. So their legendary warlord is Ulrich Branthen. Survivor 5, and then he becomes a Dreadnought. Internment in Dreadnought. Actually, he wasn't technically, became, somehow they hooked him up to the Dreadnought as life support. 1, give O+1 to your units. Medium. Now, this is nice too, by the way. Even though he's a legendary, he's got 35 health. That's nice. So he's got Survivor 5, but he's not on par with a Primarch with the 40 health. Okay, what does he become with this Dreadnought? Let's go down here. Let's find out what Dreadnought is. Dreadnought Internment becomes, see his torso? See his torso? Branthen Interred. Destroy an enemy troop or deal 2 damage to the enemy warlord or Titan weapon. Proper wording. That's it. Improvised Dreadnought. For 2. Destroy an enemy troop. That's nasty. It's not a random too, so you can pick which one you're destroying, or deal 2 damage to the enemy warlord or Titan weapon. That's, ooh. Oh, Dantiok! Yeah, boy! What? Sweet ass! Dantiok's the man. I don't care what you say. I'm an Iron Fist. I'm an Imperial Fist fan. Make no mistake, but I respect Dantiok. I think the story that he was in, the short story, oh god, I forget what it is, Battle of the Spire or whatever it was, it was just a great character for him, as well as just how the Iron Warriors waged war and how they waged war on themselves. 9/9, Survivor 3, at the end of your turn, put in a barricade. So you drop him, you're getting him, you're also getting a 1/3, which is nice for several different reasons. Number 1, it protects him a little bit from flankers. Number 2, it protects him from random destroys, right? Like Sedition's Gate, or the 8-drop from the Ultramarines, or even Terran Reality. Your opponent has got to do something one extra step to possibly remove this guy. And then, just to be an ass, he's got Survivor 3 to go with it. Autek Moore also used to be an Event Warlord. Now he's a troop. Drop Pod. Relentless. Create an Iron Hands of Stars in your hand and give it Drop Pod. Okay, I mean, these guys are heavy hits. Heavy hits! Oath of Vengeance, which I've seen. Veteran Kiharn. Stealth. Rally. Give sentence 1 to a non-warlord enemy and deal 1 damage to it. So right off the bat, he's coming in, dealing 2 damage, 1 plus 1, and then that gives you the opening to maybe kill something else with like a flank or a fast or a direct damage attack. Nice. And he's got stealth to boot. Bran Nev. Oh, but he's really not. Maybe he became. Oh. Okay. A little side note here. Bran Nev's story, as far as I've read up until Corax. Currently I'm reading Garrow. It doesn't end well. I'm going to say that. Brand is the commander of the Raptors. He's got a very interesting story. He's brother of Agapito, and he is responsible for rescuing Corax from Istvan. But his story doesn't end well, nor does the story of the Raptors end well for him. So maybe they squeezed him in here because they couldn't get him in the game any other way, or maybe I haven't read far enough to find out that maybe his story doesn't quite end so badly. We'll find out. Stealth, Rally, create a Raven Guard of Astartes in your hand, and then deal 2 damage. And the fact that you can create a Raven Guard of Astartes as opposed to the vehicles is important. Their Astartes are just as good, but you're not going to get their faster flank troops. So it's not terribly broken for a low-cost card. That's nice. Garuda, stun an enemy, deal 1 damage to it twice. Okay, combined with sentenced, that's powerful. That's nasty. Is that it? Oh, okay. Ashen Claw, deal 2 damage. If the target dies, return this card to your deck and draw a card. So it's like a scaled down precision bombardment. It's like a super scaled down Octo. It's like a super scaled down precision bombardment Octo. And then Pirate Raid. And double agent, give an enemy. I like that art. Nice, by the way. Enemy Astartes or infantry, relentless, your opponent gets a copy of a card in your hand. So you play that out early on like, something that's not going to die right away. Your opponent's going to want it to die. But then in addition, you can get a copy or 2 copies of a card in their hand. Or you know what? You could really be a dick. Oh, shit. You could put that on Jubok. You could put that on Jubok and ignore their Jubok, and then let Jubok copy your cards to their hand, and then you're copying. You have a chance to copy what they copied, and then secrets within secrets. That's like a triple agent. Then you're getting copies of cards that are already in your deck. I want that card. All right, what's in the shop? Did I get everything? Did I get everything? Atesh. I got Atesh. I got this guy. Garuda. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick up 2 of those for something. Don't know why. Oh, god damn. Wow, guys. I'm excited. First off, I really like this faction. For not liking, in general, like the Splinter. I like the fact that they've compiled everything. I like the fact that these guys, their one thing that they do is steal shit. That's what they do. That's not damaging. That's not a new tactic. That's not a new mechanic. They round out the expansion of Calth very well. It's already operating with stuff that exists in the game. It's just done a different wavelength, different level, whether it's for the word bearers. Adding Demon Host is something neat and new, but they're really infantry and damage and demons. Ultramarines are just kind of, solid ability troops and tactics, mainly so on the tactics part, and some healing. And then you've got these guys who do stuff from other legions that have already existed in the game, but on a different level. Support. I'll say this. I'm not going to do card by card just yet with these factions. I'm going to wait like another week or 2. Then I'll do card by cards because I really feel as if there is potential. There's potential for nerf incoming to the Orphans of War. From what I've seen, there's gonna be a lot of complaints. People complain about Alfarius, who was a Primarch, who was hard to get until they spent him in the store on April Fool's Day. This whole faction is easy to get, so there will be complaints. And then I think that the word bearers may receive some enhancement. So before I really get and do a card by card breakdown, I want to give it time, let those sink in, and see if Everguild's going to do anything with them. But I can't wait to break into this faction, build a deck, and get crazy with it. And my time is running short. I gotta eat lunch still. I gotta put food in this tired body of mine, and then I gotta go to work with what's here in my mind, and then hold off, and then get to work, and then get home. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is great, but busy. So that's it. That's what I got. I'm really kind of curious to see if I can pick up any more of these legendaries. You know, that'd be nice. But I think, honestly, as a faction, I don't think you need to have them to play. I mean, they're great. They're powerful. Legendaries are legendaries. But you, with the stealing and the annoyance factor, and the fact that you can take stuff, you don't need to have a lot of legendaries. Like, there's none of those in there. They're powerful, but they're not like, oh, this is the closure. This is the thing that you need. I could be wrong. This is first glance, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, guys, that's it for me. I gotta get going. Thanks for checking in. Keep playing Legions. Talk to you later. Bye. Let the galaxy